Alrighty, we are back with another tournament race. I am joined today by Durjack on commentary. How you doing?
Doing great. How about you?
Doing well, doing well. I'm excited to see this matchup. I'm honestly not super sure how these two are going to stack up together today, but we're starting with a Chimera race between these two players. We got Scrimps on the left and Crazy Four Blades on the right. And already starting with a thrust sword, that's standard. That's to give you like out of logic flight if you find gravity boots or whatever. But since we're starting in the second castle, I'm curious to see how these players are gonna route in stuff, especially this spawn location. This is kind of an awkward one.
Yeah, they spawned with a battle air, which has really bad damage.
Yeah.
So I think Crazy's just now realizing that because he hit that flying zombie many a times and it did not die.
Yep.
Scrimps changed over to the Claymore for the better damage.
Yeah. Yeah, Badly Air is very bad. It's in the name. Unless you just leave the game running for like 20 hours, and then, you know, it'll be like decent.
Yeah, worst case scenario for our randomizer runs, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you get a bunch of damage uplifting accessories, I mean, you know, at least it does have the double hitting hitbox.
Yeah, it's not like literally the worst weapon in the world, but it's not amazing. And we're already seeing a somewhat different playstyle. Scrimps opting to try and farm a couple of levels before Medusa, where Crazy is like, nah, I'm just gonna go. And we'll see which ends up being more efficient in the long run, especially farming balloon pods, which don't have a drop associated with them. So you're basically only killing them for the levels here.
Yeah, Crazy's making me a little afraid. He's got 41 health. If he walks into anything, I think he dies. Maybe he can survive a hit from a panther, but definitely not the balloon pod.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Scrimps is falling low as well.
Yeah, this is, like I said, it's a tough spot to be in. At least Scrimps has the option to soul steal to get his HP back. I'm also
too many dark metamorphoses here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was gonna say I'm also worried about the fight versus Medusa here. Generally speaking, a pretty free fight, but if you stand in the wrong spot, you could take a ton of damage here. Thankfully, the stone beam generally does 0 damage, and we are seeing a Black Panther early kill here. Thankfully, it's early on in the match, and you know, a lot of variance happens here. It's not the end of the race by any means, but a 2-minute loss here is a little rough.
Yeah, I mean, Crazy's having his own struggles with Medusa, so it may not end up mattering all that much.
Yeah.
The early game for this seed is going to be very awkward, considering they have to use this Claymore as their main damage.
Yeah.
They don't have access to shield dashing, although they can run in this preset. So
yeah, you get the Godspeed boots, so double tap forward to dash is always an option.
Crazy's got her in the infinite loop, so he's fine.
Yep. Yeah, it turned out all those extra levels didn't end up mattering that much, and Spike Breaker is found here. Interesting. Scrimps honestly says, you know what, I'm just going to try the other route, and I kind of respect it. Maybe he's just looking for extra items, and he's going to commit to the same route anyways. It looks like actually that's
I think he just wanted to see if he could find something a little better, which, I mean, if he makes it past Medusa, he may find something a little better if he decides to do that item check, which I imagine he will.
Early game, I think those checks are pretty easy. They also set you up for like diagonal gravity jumps into like the next area anyways, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, and it's when you start out with not a great equipment like this, it makes it more common to do those item checks.
Yeah, it is a little tricky to get past these balloon pods here. You got to jump over them. You also have to worry about the Black Panthers in the hallway that Scrimps is dealing with. But ultimately, it is doable. It's a little scary, but it's not too bad. You just kind of honestly want to take it slow, funny enough. Like, you want to inch towards the Black Panthers if you're really concerned about it. Make sure that you get them like hugging the floor as soon as possible, and then you could worry about the precise jumps you need to do over the balloon pods. Oh,
another death to the Black Panther. Yeah, I mean, once you have the Black Panther like charging past you there, I think you kind of just got to go. I think he
really
was
trying to create a drop.
Yeah, I really prefer just the hold forward strategy in those hallways and swinging to get the Black Panthers to go in the ground. Because if you end up having to wait for any amount of time with a Black Panther and you're not instantly killing them, it can get a little scary. So the hold forward strategy, I like it, but if you're not practicing it, it's tough.
Yeah, exactly. You could even optimize it more by like front sliding past them and stuff like that too. It's a little scary. And a library card found here too. This is looking like a little bit of a snowball effect. It's going to come down to how Crazy decides to route from here. Medusa shield drop. He's in the clock tower. He has the chance to keep going, or is he just doing the item checks and leaving? Okay, he's doing the item checks and leaving. I've seen this route or this like strat from him before, where he's just trying to maximize early game item drops, both from enemies and like checking those pillars, for example. So we'll see how this pans out for him. And ooh, getting grabbed by an imp here for Scrimps. This is not ideal. Does find a the life apple. If only he had the fairy familiar.
Yeah,
that would be honestly pretty nice. Yeah, this is I'm seeing the issue here. He's using the dash speed boots, but he's not spacing around jump slashing the Black Panthers and the balloon pods. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You want to take it a little bit slower, and you know, 1 HP, that's more than enough.
As long as he can soul steal, if he's got the levels to do a soul steal.
I don't think he does. I think he's been skipping killing everything. I think he's like at 40 something HP max.
I don't even know the number.
It's 50.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 minimum. He should probably have it now after that one balloon pod kill. So if he just like waits for his MP, he should be able to soul steal. 48. Yeah, he's 2 MP off actually. And meanwhile, Crazy's kind of just running away with it, and he's deciding first castle is the play. In these second castle starts, it is always kind of a bit of a gamble to go back to the first castle early. I think in Chimera, it's not too bad because you do have that thrust sword guaranteed. Like, getting out of Logic Flight is a little bit easier, so it's not terrible.
It also guarantees you the access to some out-of-logic shenanigans with Wolf and Mist if you're confident with those.
That is true,
That's
yeah.
the reason why I like this preset, because starting with the thrust sword means that if you ever get into any of those situations, you can always go for some shenanigans if you're so inclined.
Scrimps makes it to Medusa this time. He's going to have to play essentially perfect here, which is not too difficult. Ooh, but yeah, you can't walk into Medusa as she's backing up too close. That's what gets her to do the sword swing. And yeah, Scrimps is kind of in a death loop right now, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, and it really sucks that they have to kind of commit to the Claymore for this, because you know, most players are just going to be used to having a normal-ish sword when you're fighting Medusa, and timing's very important for Medusa, because as you saw there, walking forward, she does that slash attack if you do it at the wrong time. And most of the time, people kind of like get into a rhythm with their sword swings, but the Claymore swings so slow on the ground that it's going to knock your rhythm way off.
Honestly, I would maybe even consider grabbing, like, trying a different route or something. I don't know, maybe trying to bank a library card early. Yeah, Scrimps just seems to be not sure what to do.
He's thinking.
Maybe just taking a breather, just trying to de-tilt a little bit, which is, I mean, it's a tilting situation to be essentially stuck in the first couple of rooms. It's not too bad to have like a 2-minute loss to an early death, but at this point, it's getting a little... like, I would consider even like checking, I don't know, Coliseum, just doing extra checks to try and find something to make this a little bit easier on yourself is probably worth it. Obviously, yes, you could say skill issue, just get good, don't take damage early. Oh my, and he doesn't have enough HP to not, it gets big tossed. This is, I think he's just not taking the time he needs to really plan out how to get through these rooms, because he's taking damage from balloon pods every single time in this room, which realistically he should probably just slow down, kill the balloon pods, get the Black Panthers out of there, or just walk through the room. That too. Yep, or stop before jumping over the balloon pods. Yeah, like just take it a little bit slower. It's one of those situations where second castle starts, sometimes slow is fast to prevent deaths and whatnot.
Because as long as you can make it to Medusa and finish the fight, I mean, that'll give you a bunch of level ups right away.
Exactly.
And if he does the item checks after it, we know there's a Marshal there. So that'll definitely get him through the rest of the siege.
Yep. He also is putting on the Badlier, probably just for the faster swing, and he's using the attack potion. This might honestly be just like a more comfortable fight for him, and that might just be exactly what he needs. And yeah, he's even putting in some jump slashes there. Like, he's definitely feeling a lot more confident.
The slower speed of the Claymore definitely is going to throw off your rhythm. So if you're not fully prepared for that, that's probably why he messed up the first time, is because of the slow speed of the Claymore. Oh, he's putting it back on. So maybe you think he's got it from this point.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can get Medusa in the corner, like, you literally don't have to do anything except crouch slash. So honestly, there is an argument to be made that you try and force her into the corner before committing to any sort of like damage here, but Yeah. And honestly, okay, he gets the kill. He gets a ton of levels. He's going to be fine from here. I was going to say, you don't need to be scared of the... if your defense is high enough, like the stone beam does 0 damage. It just turns you to stone.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's slow, but like as long as you are constantly mashing, you're not going to take damage. So you're fine. So realizing that like the real danger of Medusa is the sword slash. And oh my god, please, Scrimps. Oh my god.
Okay, he's gonna make it to the save room. All right, we're good. He's past Medusa. He's got to save.
Yeah.
Even should the worst happen in the next couple rooms, it's fine.
So again, the discrepancy between these players, I don't think skill wise will lead to like a 10-minute difference on its own, like just routing difference, I should say.
Yeah.
So I think this is kind of you need to de-tilt as quickly as you can, pick the best route that you can, maybe even go for some like crazy like high risk, high reward plays if you're Scrimps here, and try and metagame that way. And also, you never know. Your opponent could also be struggling. Granted, we know we have the ability to see that Crazy Four Blades honestly has been doing just fine. Double Vorpal Blade. He's got the Marcel. He's got library cards. He's been cooking as soon as he got out of the first castle or second castle here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of curious to see what Scrimps does. I think he'll just go back to first castle after doing Darkwing, but I mean that you do get a library card here if you do this check to the left. He might decide that now with the Marcel, he's fine with going to the rest of the second castle, which could,
that could come into play. Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, probably like an 8-minute deficit here for Scrimps, but you can make up 8 minutes with a couple of very important routing distinctions, as well as if Crazy, for example, misreads a situation with complexity, which, I mean, he doesn't tend to do ever. He's actually very, very good at understanding what the seed wants. Very rarely does he ever, like, appear lost. But...
yeah, he can get into trouble sometimes where he'll make some educated guesses on where the seed's taking him and try to skip some locations that he doesn't think he'll have to go to try and skip out on some progression relics that are not needed. But sometimes that can get him into a little bit of trouble if it's not like a 100% guaranteed scenario. But he'll make those educated guesses sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, there's a world... Ooh, finding Jewel of Open. Yeah, there's only so many, like... progression gated moments in randomizers, and the more that library card drop too as well, that could be huge. Now he knows where to find more library cards if he needs to. But yeah, there's very few moments where you're actually gated from progressing, and one of those is like not being able to find Jewel of Open. So
right.
And Scrimps is opting to go back to the first castle as well. And is that Maulblung and Alucard's shield?
We're seeing Alucard shield, so...
okay, basically 0% chance of a skill issue for the rest of the seed. Yeah, if you somehow find a way to die while you have an active Alucard shield on, like, I don't know, man. That's tough.
I mean, I've only done it once, and it was to bees.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, yeah. That's
fair. If you're, like, getting poisoned
flying into bees and getting unlucky with the takeout speed of the shield and just getting hit, can happen.
Okay, so we've seen one Vlad relic so far, both players having the Eye of Vlad. Spikebreaker in their inventory, and in a way, Scrimps, as far as like relics obtained, isn't that far behind. Maybe there's a world where if he didn't drop down and instead went immediately to Outer Wall, that could have maybe paid off. But either way.
The only way you get to do that is by leaving the relic in keep.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of save split tech there, but either way. Also the library card. Funny enough, maybe an early library card decision from Scrimps could also help him catch up a little bit, because we don't know what's in the library yet.
Yeah.
And we know that as long as he kills the Blade Masters, he's going to see more library cards. So in this situation, I would very easily consider going to Spirit Orb, checking the relic there, and then immediately library carding. But it seems like maybe he's considering doing it early as a way to be like, well, I'm behind, so I'm going to make a play. So I respect this. I think this is the right move in this moment.
Honestly, I think you either have to use it like right here where Scrimps is using it, or you have to go all the way to where Crazy did, Coliseum, and getting the center castle warp before you use it. Because if you go to Spirit Orb and then use it, you're leaving that center castle teleporter and the relic in Coliseum.
Yeah.
And
That is true.
Jewel was in Colosseum, so it would actually be kind of rough to make that library card play in this particular seed. But I think in general you would probably have to go that far.
Yeah. So it's not too bad. Also, he's getting Leapstone here. That's going to help him with the fairy card check. Theoretically, you can do it with just a thrust sword, but it's honestly very finicky. So I understand Scrimps not going for it. Also, there were library cards in the shop as well for 800, so Scrimps bought 2 there. So he got refunded on his library card immediately. That's always nice. That's one of the scary parts about using an early library card is you're not sure if you're going to find more or when you'll find more. But yeah, it doesn't find anything too useful, just a familiar there. Honestly, with the there's a chance I picked up that familiar card in case it's fairy, honestly. Especially if you know you have the life apple in your inventory, you can do some silly stuff with that.
A lot of times I kind of just do it out of habit because we play so many presets where you have to pick up the familiar cards.
That too.
So a lot of times I just like do the movement regardless of what's there. Sometimes I think, to skip the familiar card, but a lot of times I'll just go and grab it.
I mean, it's a tough call. You never want to. There's so many things to think about in a given rando seed, and with different presets that require different win conditions. No need to put yourself at a huge disadvantage. It's possible that you pick up the familiar card because you're thinking about, okay, what's my next what is the most likely place for this relic, or what's my next situation that I'm trying to go for, et cetera, et cetera. And sometimes you just let the muscle memory take over.
We saw Rib for Crazy. I don't recall exactly where he saw it. I guess that was Scylla.
Yeah. And he's going to be skipping Merman statue, which I think is fair here. He doesn't have a way back up the waterfall. So the only way to check that would be with a save split. Exactly, yeah. And theoretically, you could try and do the save... Oh, actually, no, because he doesn't have any way to gain height. So I think
you can't get back up.
Yeah, if he dropped down to save at the bottom mine warp, he's soft locked. So he has to be a little careful here. Because he could also soft lock himself if he drops too far down here in the mines. I don't expect him to do that. I imagine he's going to just check this relic and then warp probably to castle entrance, or maybe use his library card. I'm not sure which. He finds Wolf. Never mind. Bailed out. You can do some Wolf Rising here with the thrust sword. It's not ideal, but you can do it.
Yeah. I don't expect him to actually go down there with it.
No, unless you really, actually with the library card, maybe you do it just to check Spikebreaker.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, he's going to library card here. This is a respectable play, but actually, I think going down there to check Spikebreaker early might be the 10 billion IQ play. And
I'd definitely consider it.
Yeah, and Scrimps is going to have at least Leapstone going down there, so he might end up being the first to check Spikebreaker. Spikebreaker, obviously,
Leapstone and Spikebreaker in your inventory, no brainer. You go over there. Especially because you need to go down there anywhere for. Well, actually, no. This isn't an all bosses preset.
Yeah.
So it's kind of. Grand Floon could be an interesting check in our current seed.
It could be. I think with 2 Vlad relics in your inventory, you kind of just are Grand Floon, worst case scenario, he's Gravity Boots or something, and I can maybe find Flight somewhere else. He's probably not required. And also, if you grab the Warp and then go down and do Spikebreaker, you can go do everything else with probably information of because no matter what, checking Spikebreaker either gives you a progression relic, which then gives you a more detailed information about what the progression of the seed is supposed to be. Or if you find no progression there, then you can think to yourself, okay, I know Echo isn't in the progression chain. I know Bat isn't in the progression chain. And that means there are more opportunities to find stuff elsewhere. So I think the information alone is probably worth it, even if you have to backtrack for Grand Floon later, because you could just make more informed decisions about what to skip or where you need to go afterwards.
Right. Small note that Crazy did in the library, he bought a bunch of Mana Prism. So he's stacked on movements, and also the Wolf is cheaper in this preset. So
yeah,
he's going to be going real fast.
He is getting a bit of a movement advantage here, but I mean, Scrimps isn't honestly too far behind. He hasn't been... he obviously had a huge deficit from the early deaths, but I feel so far his decision making has helped him quite a bit in catching up. So he's going to be getting the Jewel of Open here, and the next logical step for him is going to be going straight down into the caverns. And I'm trying to think. Theoretically, I was going to say maybe he goes for Succubus, but not even I'm consistent enough at the Leapstone plus Thrust Sword.
Yeah, that's a really hard jump. He might go for it. The question is whether to get it, because you only get one shot, really.
Yeah, unless you want to like reset over and over again with like a save split, but yeah.
Well, actually, no, in this preset, it's actually really easy.
Oh, yeah, because
you have Godspeed shoes.
You have Godspeed shoes. Okay, I didn't even think about that.
I wonder if he'll know about that.
Yeah, that might be one of those things that he'll maybe consider.
Because even I wasn't thinking about it originally.
Oh.
And you'd think I'd be the one to think about it.
Yeah, that's true. I am noticing Scrimps, or not Scrimps, Crazy Four Blades did like the library card to just do some extra checks, gets Leapstone, and immediately is like, okay, I'm going back. I can do Spikebreaker, I'm going to do it. So
I kind of expected that, considering that, you grab that warp, you can come back down whenever you feel like checking Spikebreaker, and usually you'll want to do that sooner or later, so.
Yeah. Yeah, this is I think this was the play that could have potentially got Scrimps back into this, is if Crazy like delayed the Spikebreaker check by a lot, but him deciding to come back here pretty much immediately is essentially like restricting the win conditions left for Scrimps here.
Right. And he doesn't know how far ahead he is, so we'll have to see if he decides to do Grand Falloon, but Grand Falloon could also be a turning point if it has something that's relatively important.
That is true.
But he hasn't found progression on the jewel layer.
Ooh, it's glasses. Okay, so that gives you huge info. So both Echo and Bat are guaranteed to be in the first castle, because those are like the requirements for getting to this place normally. That's what the logic assumes. So with that in mind, always luring him over for the dive kick strat. Yep, that's his only way up here.
I think he will be going to Grand Falloon in this scenario because he hasn't found the progression on the layer yet.
Actually, I think it's guaranteed that Grand Falloon is something then.
We haven't seen Merman stuff.
Oh, I guess it's between this and Merman.
It's between those two checks, but you're already down here, and you have library cards. So.
And also you have the wolf movement, which is like insanely fast to get through these like couple of rooms. I mean, as long as you don't bonk. But I mean, I'm gonna be real. Bonking there's no shame in that. It's a pretty tough. You need the right speed.
I always do it on the way back. I always got the movement on the way there, but on the way back, I always bonk.
Yeah, because you're going at full speed on the way back, but on the way there, oftentimes you're still gaining a little bit of speed, so it's a little bit more lenient to make that jump. Yeah, it's I think in the all bosses, all relics movement there, when you do use the wolf, you just transform into bat on the way back, and on the way there, you're still gaining the speed, so the jump is a little bit easier. So yeah, even on the way back, like it's something that I probably wouldn't be able to do consistently. Damn, you're just letting a little plant knock you around crazy? Oh, and it's missed. Wow.
Missed.
So he does get the 50-50 here.
So are we seeing a vanilla soul of bat, perhaps?
Potentially, that could be their form of flight, because they still need logical flight here. So
and Bat and Echo need to be first as well, because we saw the holy glasses at Spikebreaker.
Yeah, it could be Grand Falloon, or it's not Grand Falloon. Sorry, a Gravity Boots locked behind this Mist relic, and not only that,
could be Power Mist too.
Could be Power Mist, but Mist unlocks at this moment. Wait, Spikebreaker was in second castle.
Yes, it was at Medusa.
Okay, then in that case, this is the next step, and then the Silver Ring location would be out of logic.
Which, puts Silver Ring at a pretty high priority to check it.
It's probably
castle to even get the access.
Yeah, it's probably Final Vlad. That or a ring into Final Vlad, maybe Merman statue into Final Vlad. Either way, you want to be going towards that Silver Ring.
It is probably a part of progression.
Yep. Oh, and it is Vanilla Bat. Wow. Very interesting. Yeah, and Crazy is just using those library cards. Might as well. It saves you a little bit of time on the movement back. He has mana prisms as well. This is looking very, very strong.
Let's see. So this was a Leapstone into Jewel, into Mist, into Bat, into perhaps Echo on Flight Lair, into Holy Glasses. So Holy Glasses would be 6 if that was our scenario.
Yes, which would then make Spikebreaker 7, Final Vlad 8.
Yeah, and 8 is the minimum for this preset, so that would check out if Echo was on Flight Lair.
Yep. which
still
means...
have some potential to be baited though, because the other forms of progression relics, the other forms of progression could also be in second castle.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you could find rings in second castle. You could find Merman statue in second castle. They didn't do a lot of second castle checks, so I wonder how crazy he's going to route this. Actually, is he going to try and skip some stuff in the first castle since he knows that like glasses is very late in the chain? Is he going to go just do like silver ring? Maybe castle keep, silver ring, and then second castle? Or is he just doing this check while he's here? I don't know.
I would think you would be pretty thorough to maybe find like maybe one more random Vlad and try to check silver ring as fast as possible, or at least make it so you're going to end up there before you're going second castle, so you know if you need to come back or not.
Yeah, at this point, you're basically asking yourself, am I going to skip Alrox and Sword Card or not? And I think with the way this route is working out, you probably just warp back to Alrox's quarters, do Sword Card, do the Alrox fight, do Silver Ring, then go from there to Castle Keep? Yeah, and then just go from there, so.
Yeah.
Oh, so it looks like
makes the most sense.
Scrimps went to Grand Falloon first, probably just made aware of the complexity. He hadn't found anything in the behind Jewel of Open yet, so he's like, okay, it's a 50-50 between Grand Falloon and Merman statue, so he went to Grand Falloon first, which is nice. That makes his trip to the catacombs a little bit more efficient, I feel like, or the mines and catacombs a little bit more efficient than what Crazy ended up doing. The only downside is that is still behind by quite a bit, but he does get the jump on the way back though. That was pretty sick.
Yeah. Very nice movement. Does he get this? Almost.
Yeah. Making it all the way through there is very, very tough. I don't think I've ever done that, where you jump off the slope and still make it all the way into the spike-breaker room without bonking.
Oh, I love that jump.
But yeah, I mean, Scrimps is kind of catching up a decent amount. Like he's not, I feel like he's made up some time for sure, but the question is, will he be able to make up enough time before Crazy just runs away with it?
Yeah, I feel like we're reaching the convergence point here, where now that they have both done the catacombs here, they're kind of both going to do the same routes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Scrimps is just going to do the same thing Crazy just did.
Yeah.
Where he goes back to library, checks what he can, does Fire of Bat, and then warps to...
At this point, the only like real gamble he has left on the table is skipping Alrox's quarters, I think. Which, and even then, honestly, it's not even that bad. Or sorry, it's not even that good.
Scrimps is the kind of guy to do that.
Yeah.
Honestly. He is very in my experience with him, I think he is very aware of how, you know, the seat has gone for him so far.
Yeah.
So
he might make a play.
He might be thinking he needs to make a play of some kind.
Yep. And honestly, theoretically, if he does skip Alrox's quarters, he's missing out on gravity boots, but gravity boots aren't like required to beat the seed. It does save time, right. Don't get me wrong. The question is, will gravity boots save as much time as it costs to go out of your way to grab them? By both killing Alrox, doing the check, and then doing the sword card check afterwards? It probably does, is the thing, because they have so much of the second castle left, so.
Because they've got that one big part of the second castle where if they have to do that, the path up to Doppelganger and Force of Echo, or if they go right side, the big shaft with all the imps going up that way, they have to do one of those two areas to get to that part of the castle.
Yeah, right side is less reliant on gravity boots for sure, but they spawned on right side, so it's like, are you really gonna backtrack through a chapel just to like tread the same ground again?
Less reliant, but still way faster.
Yeah,
with gravity boots.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a reason why the all bosses category goes out of its way, and glitchless too, goes out of its way to grab it. It just saves so much time. Yeah, we'll see how Scrimps handles this, because I mean, Crazy's on his way to second castle, and on top of that, he hasn't done the castle keep checks yet. So the fact that he's finishing the castle in Castle Keep, or finishing the first castle in Castle Keep, is pretty strong. The question is, will he forget? Oh.
Has he done this at some point already?
No, he's just straight up forgetting these checks. I'm like 99% sure he's just forgetting these checks. Or he's doing...
Or he's just skipping them because he's like, yeah, they won't be a Vlad.
Is he saving Richter first and then he's going to go back for them? There aren't reverse library cards in this preset, so that doesn't make sense. I think he's just skipping them. I think he's forgotten that like he hasn't done these yet because he got flight at Bat, which was in the library, and then he immediately went to Alrox's quarters after. Yeah, I think he just realized. He's like, oh snap, I forgot those checks. I'm going back for them. Or it was a misinput and he's about to teleport again. No, he just remembered, yeah.
Yeah, that could have been disastrous if there was a Vlad at one of these checks.
I mean, theoretically, this is a mistake that has time loss associated with it that can help Scrimps catch up, but where's Scrimps going? Is he save splitting something? No, he's refilling. He's going through Alchemy Lab? Has he not done these checks on the flight layer in Alchemy Lab?
He hasn't seen, because they went through Alchemy Lab, but they never had the ability to check them without like, actually they never had the ability to check them.
Wait, does that mean Crazy hasn't checked them either?
I think so.
Oh, so Crazy said, I found Final Vlad, fuck it, we ball, we're going second castle immediately, and
seems that way.
This very low % chance. But
yeah, if there's a Vlad.
If Ring or Heart is specifically at the back card location, Scrimps wins this. Otherwise, I think it's GG's. So here's how Scrimps can still win, guys. Don't worry. He's still in this. Oh, and they're both leaving Merman behind. That is true, yeah. So Crazy's actually leaving 3 checks total behind. That's interesting. And, okay.
Fire of Bat.
This is an interesting route. Scrimps is going to be
He's going
to do the stairs to get to Silver Ring and then go second castle, maybe? I don't hate this. I mean, it's not going to be enough for him to catch up unless he... Also, I'm now looking at Crazy's screen. He did decide to backtrack to right side? He did. Very interesting.
I mean, you only did Medusa, so I mean, like, you still have most of what's over here.
I guess that's fair, but like...
Oh, and Scrimps is going through the shortcut. He is still going to do Auroch's quarters. He's not going directly to Silver Ring.
I think at that point it's better to just go through Marble Gallery, but maybe I'm wrong. I actually don't know the difference. This might be faster. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah. Maybe it's better this way because he got to refill his MP on the way and he doesn't have mana prisms. That could be it. Either way, this is looking very, very tough. This might end up being like maybe Crazy does
a left side, right side decision.
It could be a left side, right side. There's also a world where maybe Crazy gets paranoid about the Merman statue check. Like, he does everything except for Galamoth, and he's like, oh, man, there's no way it's at Galamoth. It's just back at Merman statue, and then wastes a bunch of time going to Merman statue, but it's actually a Galamoth or something. I don't know. This is looking tough, I'm not going to lie. Like, Crazy would basically have to throw.
He may also decide to go with some, like, middle route where he doesn't do bees, because that is sometimes like him to do, but I feel like with how many checks you left in first and, like, what you're playing for, you kind of just go in order. You kind of just do everything.
I think he's more likely to skip Creature. Like, he's going to do the modified right side, go to Beelzebub, and then from there go to the Caverns.
Creature will probably be his last check unless he has gotten another Vlad by the time he's at Doppelganger and Force of Echo, and he may save a split creature there.
Something like that. But yeah, we'll see how this plays out. Scrimps is committing to the Aurochs play, which is not terrible. Like we said, getting Gravity Boots is nice. It will speed up the second castle. But the problem is that it still probably won't make up the time loss here. There's also a weird world, I think, where Silver Ring wasn't actually Final Vlad. It's like shared Final Vlad. There's also a world where this is like a 9 complexity seed, and rings then lead to Merman statue, which then leads to Final Vlad. So it's not over, but the odds are that the seed's complexity essentially ends at Silver Ring.
Yeah, there are still chances for more Vlads to be in first castle to shake this up a little bit.
Yeah, and then there's obviously the Merman statue check itself that has been skipped by both players. So if that comes into play, that will be very interesting. especially if that's like a random ring or something, and it's like a 9 complexity.
Imagine the world where you go left side and get a progression relic at creature, like you get Merman statue, and then you just turn around.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be insane to do that, in my opinion. But, I mean, it's a randomizer.
Yeah. It's understandable. Oh, man. Crazy. You got to learn the all bosses strat. I mean, it saves, like, 10 seconds or something. It's pretty good. We'll see, because this is the decision point for Scrimps, where he can... I mean, there's not much to decide. You basically are just on your way to the second castle, but once he's in the second castle, he's going to have to decide left side versus right side. He never picked up those mana prisms either from the shop, so I'm not sure if he just never went into the sell menu or something, or if Crazy ended up finding way more money somehow. But I figured with...
Probably just like he was in the library earlier kind of situation.
I figured with more library cards left on the table, though, you would eventually backtrack. Also, Crazy's doing some wild movement.
That was a very good recovery. Oh, geez.
Thankfully, defense is looking good. A decent number of levels under his belt. Otherwise, that would have been very, very scary.
He would have had to get hit like 3 or 4 times to die. So
yeah. However, he's not refilling HP. So, okay, he's going out of his way to kill these Nova Skeletons. And also, he's not doing the route that we assumed. He's doing like the regular Beelzebub route but he is still skipping creature. So
yeah, it's interesting. He might be doing this to specifically place a save here.
I think it's worth it. I mean, at this point, I think although you are missing 2 Vlads, so actually
he's not placing the save. So he's going to do it in the same place if he decides to do it.
Yeah, I think what you do is, if you are going to go for the save split route, you want to check Echo, Force of Echo, and Doppelganger first in case that's a random Vlad, and then you save so that way you can back up, hopefully finding Final Vlad at creature if it ends up being there.
Yeah, I've seen it such that you do a crazy 3 save split nest of save splits in this area where you save once there, and if you don't find anything at Doppelganger and Force of Echo, you can do like more checks, and then if you but like you're doing a lot of saving, so it would have to be a crazy situation of where the relics are placed for it to actually save you time with all those saves.
Actually, King Dragon in chat just brought up a good point that we also missed. They both skipped Succubus as well, so there's actually a decent number of checks. There's a decent number of checks. That's not true. Scrimps could have done Succubus. We talked about it. But he didn't do it. He didn't do the skip, which is fair. We forgot about it as well. So that leaves a lot of interesting possibilities on the table. Uh-oh. Don't let Doppelganger run wild on you. And it looks like Scrimps is doing left side. Okay. This is pretty decent because there was nothing on right side.
Well, situations where creature has one of the progression relics and Crazy finds the other progression relic up here somewhere.
He's skipping the ring!
Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. You need that.
Yeah, I think he just realized. He's like, there is a chance that it's shared complexity for Final Vlad, or even a 9 complexity seed. So he said, never mind, my bad. I'm going back for it. Woo-wee.
Man, that would have been something.
Yeah. Oh, also, I guess that neither player found Echo, and Echo is guaranteed to be in the first castle available. So one of the skipped locations has to be Echo.
That's true, yeah.
So it could be Merman statue was Echo, or it could be Succubus was Echo, but one of them is guaranteed to be Echo. Okay. That also makes it pretty interesting.
Not knowing where it is between the checks they skipped, though, does make it a little bit concerning.
Yes, because this could come down to a late game 50-50.
Well, knowing where it is either between like Merman statue or one of the other checks means it's either on Flight Lair or it's not. Because if you found it before Flight Lair, that changes where Holy Glasses is. That would change where one progression relic would have to lead into another.
That is true, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that is true. So it would have to be at Succubus for it to be at the Flight Lair. Oh, and he finds Merman statue. All 3 progression relics were in second castle there. So Holy Symbol is the same complexity layer as Silver Ring. So it could be shared complexity there. It could also be shared complexity at Holy Glasses if the random ring is at Merman statue. And Crazy's grabbing the warp here and turning around.
Interesting.
Does he not have the All Rocks Warp, or is this just a no shot? He's going to library card. Things are getting interesting. Theoretically, this makes sense because there's multiple checks left in first castle still.
Yeah, and he needs to do Alchemy Lab.
And there's multiple relics missing, so guaranteed. Yeah. Worst case scenario, Galamoth has a Vlad and Scrimps goes all the way to Galamoth to find the random Vlad and then picks up the other Vlad in the first castle still.
I think the reasoning behind the library card here is that, like, yeah, he probably realizes he hasn't done Succubus. He's going to go to Holy Symbol. He's going to do those in a line, and then he's going to have a straight line to go to Merman statue, and then even more of a straight line to going to Alchemy Lab, which he skipped.
Honestly, with library cards, I think you go to Galamoth just in case first.
Yeah,
I think the density
feel like
works
I
out
probably
that
would
way.
have, especially with Alucard Shield. You're going to do it so fast.
Yeah, it's like you go a minute out of your way to do another check where, like, technically there is higher density here because you could do Succubus into Holy Symbol into Merman statue, which are all checks that you need to do, and then your library card.
Worst case scenario isn't he has a Vlad. Worst case scenario is he has the other ring.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right. Oh, that would be brutal if it's shared final Vlad layers. Oh god. Oh god.
But if we get the Succubus here and she doesn't have Echo, that would place it at Merman statue, which would completely change the entire direction of this seed.
Yeah, because that means they're missing a complexity layer, which means that the glass's location has to be... No, that's not possible, right? Because they found Merman and glasses already. Or sorry, Merman and a ring already, unless the other...
the other ring would have to be a Holy Symbol, if that were the case.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Wow. Wild seed. Like I said earlier with Crazy, he's very good at reading complexity and understanding what the seed wants, but it's throwing curveballs at you at this point. This is a rough one.
Yeah. There's no situation where you can make 100% the correct decision.
Yeah.
With what they've got.
Especially with how much of the second castle he did. Like, it's... Oh, there is Echo here. Okay, so
there is still a possibility for a Ring of Galamoth, so that's good for all the people hoping for the worst seed imaginable.
Yeah, it also is going to come down to, does Scrimps say, you know what, I'm leaving the right side for later, and I'm going back to first castle just to check a couple of things? That's also a difficult question.
Because where was the actual Merman statue? Where was it sitting?
I think it's... it was somewhere on right side, right? Was it Beelzebub?
Like, yes.
Or was it Trio? Something like that?
Yeah, so, I mean, Scrimps isn't going to get it unless he goes back to right side, and he doesn't have anything additional to check in first castle that he didn't already. So I feel like Scrimps would probably stay in the second castle until he had something additional to check.
Yeah. Unless Merman's at death, which I don't remember it being there. But if Merman is also at death, that could
I feel like
change.
He had Merman before he got to Doppelganger and Force of Echo.
I thought so too, but you know, it's hard to remember and also keep track of two different screens. So
Crazy's still out here doing the gate despawn.
Yep.
I never do that. Oh. It's not here.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, Merman statue was at death. Oh. Okay. Random Vlad at... So from Crazy's perspective, he's like, oh my god, Merman statue did have a random Vlad. The other random Vlad's at Galamoth. I can't believe it. But wait, that's not possible. One of them has to be ring into random Vlad. Because Crazy's done everything... Oh, but he doesn't know that because he hasn't done Alchemy Lab, actually. From his perspective, he still thinks Alchemy Lab is a possibility as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And Scrimps is going to the catacombs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The question is, oh man, if he finds a random Vlad at Galamoth, does he library card and goes back to the first castle? Or this is insane.
Tough decisions.
Very, very tough decisions, yeah.
But like, if he finds silver ring at Galamoth, it's cooked.
Okay, there is a random Vlad at Merman statue. So that actually puts a lot of pressure on a Crazy to figure out where to go now, because it's like, is it Galamoth? Do I go all the way back? Do I check Alchemy Lab? We know Alchemy Lab is nothing. He doesn't know that.
He's
probably. I think he is because of the density here, and that probably also means because he doesn't know what's happened to Scrimps up to this point. He's probably freaking out, thinking, "Oh, I made the wrong decision. I left first castle early." This could shake him into making another weird play, potentially. So, wait. I'm looking at wait, Galamoth has to be Silver Ring. And final.
Oh, yeah.
And there is a Vlad at glasses, right? Because we've seen everything else. We've seen literally everything else.
Yeah, that
oh my god. There's no way. Is this how Scrimps wins this?
It might be. He'd have to make the decision to go back to first castle and stay there until he gets everything.
I mean, finding Merman statue and glasses? Or glasses? Wait, it's nothing? Like huh? What? Wait. Then where the hell is Silver Ring? How is it possible?
What did we miss? Did Crazy skip a thing somewhere that we didn't know?
What? Which check have they missed? Because he did... Scrimps did Scrimps do creature? He did. Surely he did creature, right?
Is this a nobody check gravity boot situation?
Oh my god. Did nobody check gravity boots?
I guess flight wasn't until later, and
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oops. What the heck?
Oh, so Crazy just wins.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang. That's insane. That's wild.
Oh, could you imagine a world where Crazy didn't remember he hadn't checked gravity boots like we didn't, and he gone back to second castle?
It's happened before.
I know it's happened before.
Dude, when you find flight that late, oh man, it messes with everything. But yeah, I think this has to be a Vlad relic.
Yeah, it's the only check we haven't seen. I think Crazy's done everything in the game.
Yeah, and Scrimps is committing to second castle, which is also fair. Very fair. And Galamoth being nothing is brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. Wow. Honestly, all things considered, I think Scrimps, after obviously those unfortunate deaths, he did everything he could to come back from this. And like, there is a world, 100% there's a world where he just finds what he needs. He made the right calls to make the gambles he needed to make. And it didn't pan out this time, but very respectable play, I will say. What? Okay, now I'm lost.
Yeah.
What?
We're all screwed.
Nobody's winning this seed.
Yeah, nobody's winning this.
Wait. Because I don't...
What has been skipped?
Is it creature? Was it... It's trio? No shot they skipped trio. What? You're lying.
He definitely fought it, didn't he? Unless he fought it and left the room.
No one has seen trio. According to chat, no one's seen trio. That doesn't make sense.
How is that possible? How did Crazy not see trio when he's done beats?
He just did the wrong route or something? That, or I think it has to be creature. And Scrimps somehow skipped creature even though he went left side?
No, I don't know, man. Something really bad has happened.
Everything is... Dude, I can't imagine being in Crazy's position right now. I'd be pissed. I'm freaking out. I'm thinking, why has my opponent not finished yet? I've gone through both castles twice now.
I haven't seen him open the map yet.
He opened the first castle map for sure. But
he did?
Yeah.
Was there anything?
No checks left. No green squares, at least.
I mean...
I think he's going to check. He's going to open the map immediately upon getting here, and it's just going to be creature, I'm pretty sure.
I don't understand.
No, he's not opening the map. So from his perspective, he's like, it has to be creature. And from our perspective, I don't remember what was that creature. Apparently Scrimps did fight creature. Oh, man. Yeah, there was nothing at trio. What? Wait.
If there's a...
It's Aquadon. I think they both skipped Aquadon, right? No, because no. Crazy did Aquadon. He did Aquadon. Yeah, I saw him. He turned on the Alucard shield there. No, so it's not Aquadon. Unless he left the room before picking up the relic.
I feel like somebody has to have left the room in this race for anything to make sense.
Yeah, like what the? Something went wrong. Something went awry here.
I mean, Crazy's going to creature, so we'll find out if Scrimps left the relic. It's pretty soon.
Oh yeah, that would be brutal. Let's see here. Scrimps is opening the menu. I think he's about to library. He's trying to library card out of here, but he doesn't have library cards in his inventory.
I do not know.
Did he run out of library cards?
That would surprise me. I feel like he bought like 7 at the start.
Yeah.
When he went to library.
That's very strange. Or maybe he was looking for a mana prism or something.
That could be it. He is out of mana.
Yeah. Scrimps definitely didn't check Spirit Orb. I mean, he didn't show up on Crazy's. No. We're all losing it here.
Yeah.
The mystery will be solved in just a second here. Surely it's just Scrimps forgot to actually check the... Oh, it's Force of Echo.
No, it was Force of Echo. I remember that one now after racing it. So, like, bro.
What?
What relic has been left?
Dude, this is going to suck because Crazy's going all the way to Galamoth thinking, damn, I got so unlucky. I didn't check Galamoth and it was a random Vlad. But we know that it's not there.
What relic could somebody have looked at and then not picked up in the first cast? Because if he had no squares, then he probably looked at it or got close enough to trigger it clearing from the map.
I mean, Scrimps is library carding, so... Is it actually Spirit Orb? I don't think it's Spirit Orb. No, surely they did Spirit Orb. Scrimps didn't.
They would have had to with the way that they routed.
Scrimps didn't do Spirit Orb for sure because he library carded at a specific spot. Crazy should have done it because he went to Coliseum. And
I mean, you can definitely clear the Spirit Orb square from that place where you can see the relic. Yeah. So, like, he looked at it and didn't see it.
Where's Scrimps going? He's going to the teleporter? Okay. Does he have a plan of where he's going? I'd be very confused.
I mean, I imagine he's going to the cavern.
Yeah, but if you're going to go to the caverns, you might as well go from the right side. Like, you're right here.
Especially since you do Succubus.
Yeah, Succubus, Merman statue, all that stuff. Instead, he's going to the mines? Maybe he just thinks this is faster. Which, I mean, it's not necessarily that much slower if it is slower. But...
maybe he wants to see what's at Merman statue.
Yeah, I think he's trying to do maybe Merman statue first, and then he's going to figure out where to go from here. Okay, Crazy is about to flip.
Honestly, with the relics he has left to check, I mean, going to Merman statue and then backtracking towards Holy Symbol, then Succubus, and then going to Center Castle.
Yeah, there was nothing on his map. Crazy just opened the map, nothing left. He's going to library card and open the map immediately. So, what the dude, what a match. I feel so bad because this is match 1. They have to play up to 2 more after this. Yeah, and it's just showing castle entrance, which is like, that can't be the relic because that was a Spirit Orb. And they saw that at the beginning of the seed. So Crazy now has to realize that it's something that he could have checked visibly without actually picking it up, which is like, has to be Spirit Orb. That's the only thing it could be, I think. Because it shows that he went down to the Spirit Orb location on the map.
Yeah. It does. Which is weird, because I actually do remember Crazy at the start of the seed going down to the actual place and killing the marionettes that are down there.
Yeah.
So, like, if there was a relic there, you would think he would have picked it up.
Yeah, I mean, the map isn't showing the bottom left, like, little square of actually going to the location and picking it up. So that probably has to be it.
Yeah. Has anybody in chat gone and rewatched anything Crazy checking the Spirit Orb?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, this is an odd one. And also, you know what sucks more than anything? Crazy's sitting here being like, what the fuck? How have I not lost yet? Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, he's got to be so he's got to think that the same thing has happened to Scrimps, which is absurd.
Yeah. Wait, did Crazy skip Succubus? I don't remember. No, because that was where Echo was.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, I'm losing my mind. He's going to entrance. Oh no!
He's like, did I just leave entrance?
He's gaslit himself into thinking this has to be it. Oh no!
I mean, he's lost at this point. I mean, I think he's only checking it because it's showing up on his map, right? Like, he's.
Yeah. I would be so mad. I would be screaming at this point.
This is going to be probably the longest seat of the tournament.
I think so, yeah. Scrimps finds Echo. He's probably going to go to Merman after this, if I had to guess. Because he already did Holy Symbol. He should go to Merman after this. Unless he's going to go up and do Gravity Boots. I don't know. I don't think I've seen Scrimps open the map at all.
He's going towards the forbidden route.
Okay. This has to be it. This has to be it. There's no other reasonable explanation unless... The only other thing I can think of is like maybe... No, because there was nothing at Power of Mist. And I don't think there was anything at Ghost Card. And I don't think those are easy to just like miss. Bruh. Ain't no way.
Wow.
And to think he's still going to win.
Yeah, he's going to win after having all this happen.
Oh, dude. And the worst part is Scrimps had, when he did that early library card, the alternative was to go all the way to Spirit Orb before doing that library card. And if he did, there's a chance that, I don't know. I mean, he still is behind quite a bit. Damn, that is unfortunate.
Well, Scrimps routed around skipping this check, so he might be going to it now. He's actually not that far behind having all 5 last.
That is true, and it's so unfortunate too, because he also had the option to leave second castle early, which is a very ballsy play for sure. But I think if he did, he actually would have won. Obviously, that's hindsight, but like,
yeah, it's hindsight, and also at the caveat that he lost 10 minutes at the start. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I think that play, if you know you're behind by 10 minutes and you know your opponent hasn't finished yet, and you're doing half of the second castle, you can assume they did the other half. So it's like, if they haven't finished by now, then like you kind of need to make a play. It's kind of my thought process, but yeah, Scrimps is literally doing the route. He's doing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That is, I mean, that's one way to make up a 10-minute deficit almost, is to have your opponent full clear both castles twice, but you know, it's fine.
I don't know if I've seen anybody go down to the same level as where Spirit Orb is located and then still fail to check it. Like, I've definitely seen it where they don't go far enough down the stairs, or they think it's the wrong relic, or, you know,
apparently,
something like that.
According to YouTube chatter, they said that he got a $2,000 drop from one of the marionettes, and that like pickup covered the corner of the stairs, and that like obfuscated it from him, apparently. Something like that.
Weird.
Yeah, very strange. Dude, that's so tough for Scrimps, because he's like, wait, maybe there is a chance. To think that like after all of this like up and down, just for him to like, oh, I found all the Vlad relics, I'm library carding, let's go. By the time he gets like to the second castle, it's gonna be over.
He knows that he died for 10 minutes at the start of the seed, but he doesn't know that Crazy didn't die 10 minutes at the start of the seed. So like,
that is true. Yeah.
You know, from his perspective,
he's probably thinking like, damn, we both like died a bunch, right? And then Crazy's gonna be like,
suck.
And the best part is if he starts the conversation with, damn, we both suck, Crazy will be like, I know. But for 2 completely different reasons.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a wild one. It's always those like late flight seeds where you're just like, I've made progression in all these like weird spots, but all these other miscellaneous flight locations are kind of out of the way, and it turns out it was just a spirit orb the whole time, but you know, whatever. Dude, it being spirit orb and a merman statue specifically is probably what made this like as brutal as it was. Because if it wasn't merman statue, Scrimps wins this 100 out of 100 times, I feel like.
Do you think we still get sub-hour?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. With Alucard shield, yeah. I believe. Yeah, this is free sub-hour.
Let's go.
Yeah, Scrimps gets to the second castle and is about to see the time. GG's. Oh my god.
Trouble the soul of my
Insane.
Oh, that it's gonna be tough to continue playing more matches after that.
Yeah,
That gotta be exhausting.
We'll definitely make sure they get plenty of time in between here. But GG's. Let's go ahead and head up and talk to the players real quick.
So, like, I seriously just wanted to quit, but I didn't want to do that to TP in the match, so...
Look, I swear to God that I saw Skill of Wolf at fucking Spirit Orb.
Oh, you don't know that you're playing the new Gaslight preset?
all I want to say is I will, that is the last time I ever play a preset with those fucking Godspeed shoes. Because, like, it's a skill issue. It's my fault, right? But that was what I was having a problem with and why I died so many times at the start. I'm just not used to it. I kept, like, fucking up and, like, landing in a spot I didn't mean to. And again, it's my fault. It's a skill issue. I'm not, like, blaming the preset, but I hate that feature and I never want to fucking play with it ever again.
I feel you. Honestly, Godspeed shoes are kind of annoying.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all
I
good.
still
It's all
don't know how
good.
this got complexity 8 because I went to Holy Symbol thinking that's where the other ring was.
Complexity 8 was flight unlocks Echo, which then unlocks Holy Glasses.
Flight lock. I only counted 7. That's the reason why I went to. That's why I turned around.
Yeah, we were very confused, but it's 8 because you find Bat behind Mist, and Bat is your flight, and then that unlocks the Succubus location, which then is Echo, which then unlocks Glasses.
Yeah, I know all that, but like I was counting that, and I only counted 7. I was forgetting something.
Yeah, must be. It was Leapstone
into Jewel,
into Mist,
into Bat, into Echo. Into
that's what it was
Glasses.
because I did Coliseum out of logic, so I was forgetting to compensate for Leapstone.
There it is.
Hey, Dragon Blitz.
What's up?
Dragon Blitz. RBR can spoke for 10 seconds on your stream.
Yeah, what's up?
It's just, thank you, Blades. Thank you for freak out my mind on Brazilian's race stream. Thank you very much, because you do not check the Spirit Orb.
Oh my
You
God.
I saw it looked like Skill of Wolf.
Thank you.
It looked like Skill of Wolf.
All I'll say is that was a very fun one to watch, but
yeah, because I type on Dragon Blitz chat, it's complex, it's double complexity. It's 100% because it's the ring. There's no way Spirit Orb has nothing, and it's there, And I just thank you for, Ran is done. Yeah, thank you.
You love my 300.9%. We like that.
I know. Good luck for the other one, guys. Thank you. See you later.
So Crazy, what are we banning?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I would ban Recycler.
Sure thing. So we got 4 options for you: Chimera, Cornivus, Nimblelight, and Rampage. Scrimps.
Nimblelight. Snap call.
Sounds good.
Good luck, guys. Have fun.
Yeah. Feel free to take a breather after that one. I 100% understand. We're going to take a break on our end as well. So I'm going to set up the race, but feel free to take as much time as you need. I definitely am going to want to get some more water
after that one, like, I'm just happy that with the way that started that I was remotely close at the end because like I wanted to just quit, but I was like, I did it once. I know it fucks up the content, and like maybe he fucked up too. The start's hard.
Yeah.
And so like even though I lost, I felt
up.
pretty good by the end because it was like, well, it wasn't a complete blowout despite. I don't know. Oh my god. Oh, I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of things different there, and like it was very winnable. If I think it's specifically if Merman statue didn't have a Vlad and it was just a random Vlad in second castle, I think you might end up winning that. But I'm not sure.
I tried to play like really aggressive after that because I was like, I made up my mind to not quit, and I was like, okay, I'm not just gonna do safe stuff because I just lose if I do that. So I have to do like fucking really, really stupid stuff and hope it works out.
That was the correct play 100%. And like you did everything you needed to do to get back into that game, and it was close. It was definitely close. So
I did everything to lose that one. I was throwing. I was why
you did tell chat. You told chat you were gonna throw, so they can't be that surprised. Alrighty, take a breather, grab some water, use the bathroom, do what you gotta do, and we'll be right back, everybody. What a fantastic race so far. And that was just the first one. Let's go. How you feeling about Nimble Light? I imagine this is going to like clean up a little bit of the difficulties these players were experiencing in this last seed, because at the very least you have movement. Yeah.
Hopefully.
We'll see. The countdown should be getting started here in just a second, and there they are. Off they go. So, I mean, I will say this will help Scrimps at the very least in any sort of like difficult movement situations, because worst case scenario, you just wing smash out of there, you know? When in doubt, wing smash out. And this spawn location's not terrible. It's just kind of like, which direction do you decide to go? Because there's bosses all around, there's relic checks all around you. Which one makes the most sense? And interesting is, okay, finds Thunderbrand from the imps. Maybe that's the plan, is they want to farm drops first before they decide where they're going. That's probably pretty reasonable.
I feel like most people see this room and they're like, I can get so many drops here. So like they just kill all the imps and the snipers,
some levels,
so.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to update the standings. Yeah, Crazy is up 1-0.
If imps have like any consumable that's really worth it, you can get a bunch of them while you're getting your levels and stuff.
A lot of players also like to maybe, well, not a lot of players, but some will hit up the floating sword on the other side there as well.
Did you see Crazy just kill the flying zombie, bro? He had him on the edge of the screen. He was about to get smacked off of the screen if you can kill him in time.
That's so funny. Dark armor pickup for Scrimps here. That's pretty decent, especially with Beelzebub on the like so close. Oh, but the better armor dropped for Crazy, the Axe Lord armor. That's actually pretty convenient coming up with not Galmoth, but Aquadon here. Just put on that armor, bro, and you got nothing to worry about.
You can't be grabbed when you have Axe armor on, right?
Oh, he's doing it! He's doing it!
Of course Crazy would do. Oh, wait. Hit the button one more time. There we go.
The transformation animation blocks you from doing it. Meanwhile, Scrimps is going for the classic Hellfire strat. Let's see which ends up being superior. Misses a little bit of damage on the Hellfire. No, he got the full damage.
Armor, right?
There you go. We're going to find out.
Has to clear.
Yeah, he clears. But
right.
Hellfire shouldn't be that far behind. He missed a little bit of damage on the third one.
Yeah, I think he would have died there if he wasn't far away from... Oh, and he's even going the wrong way that time.
Yeah,
unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate. Yeah, I will say it's awkward to position yourself with the Hellfire sometimes, and he's out of MP, so he's going to have to just fight him normally. Oh, and he gets grabbed!
He tried to do another Hellfire.
Oh, it's only one damage. You're chill. You're chilling.
They had the
what's it called? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The armor that gives you tons of defense. Although 27, God's Guard.
God's Guard. There we go.
Neutron Bomb? I don't know. Yeah, he's accidentally doing the sword special. If you want to guarantee that you don't accidentally swing the sword when you're doing spells, I always use shield input for spells for that exact reason.
Yeah.
Ooh, Medusa shield though. So the axe armor did come in clutch, I will say. That saved a bunch of time. Scrimps definitely having a little bit of trouble with Aquadon, but it can be tricky, especially positioning the Hellfire exactly where you need to can be tough.
Yeah, and occasionally you can even get unlucky where Aquadon just like walks out for no reason. Yeah,
that too. But that does give a bit of a lead for Crazy, but it's Nimble Light. A lot of it comes down to execution, and it seems like Crazy has not the best day. Oh, never mind, he found the Asafune. We're chilling. I was gonna say maybe the Thunderbrand comes in clutch here, but at this point, Asafune is probably gonna be what he switches to right away.
Yeah, I'm surprised at the amount of enemy kills going on because like when I play Nimble Light, like I just go most of the time, and like I kill everything that I can with wing smashes, but like I never be standing in rooms killing stuff most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough call. As always, early game checks tend to be more important, and also killing things in the second castle to get levels is always nice. But I also agree that like you're probably going to do enough checks that you're going to find the things that you need most likely. Worst case scenario, you miss out on a library card, and that can be very big in Nimble Light, especially because you're expecting to stay. Well, you're not always expecting to stay in the second castle the entire time. It's not always the correct play, but it feels good to spawn in the second castle, kill all the bosses in the second castle, then library card to first castle. Like that just feels like a good route 99% of the time.
That's like if you get to do that in a seed, you feel really good.
Exactly. And especially if it's like an item drop or an enemy drop that drops the library card, you can be like, ooh, maybe my opponent didn't find this. Like this could be my advantage that I need. But Thunderbrand with attack potion is probably decent, but it's no Asafune, so he's already behind on damage now because he didn't kill the Malachi.
Oh geez. Okay, crazy's fine.
Yeah. There is still room for skill issues as well. Even with God's Garb, there's enough enemies in the second castle that do big damage. Guardian's one of them. Asgal, another one. So, I mean, God's Garb is great, but also just not taking damage is better. Yeah, Scrimps kind of splitting his damage between the trio here. Yeah, definitely having...
Yeah, which I like. It's fine to split the damage because, like, Grant's not really threatening you all that much.
No. And, like...
It can be a little annoying.
Maulblung and Mana Prisms found here as well. And they have that Medusa shield, so we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, if you can leave Sypha for last, that's usually ideal because she's pretty chill to just like wail on. But also she gets annoying when you're trying to kill Trevor, and she's just like raining ice on top of you.
I always try to treat it as like I always try to get Grant out as fast as possible, and then like the Trevor and Sypha is just like a mini game where you keep hitting Trevor until Sypha does the ice attack, and then you hit Sypha for a little bit until you can go back to hitting Trevor.
I think that's a very fair way to handle it, for sure. So let's see here. How does Crazy want to do this? Maulblung and Fire Shield, actually. I forgot they spawn with Fire Shield. Yeah, I mean, this is a guarantee.
You're just going to decimate this guy.
Yeah, you do this gravity jump. GG's. Yeah, Fire Shield, very, very high damaging spell. Costs a lot of mana, but this is Nimble Light where mana is pretty cheap to come by. Like, you don't spend any mana when you're wing smashing or when you're transformed. You don't regen mana either, but still.
Yeah, so you still have to ration the amount of mana you are going to spend on the spells, but I mean, you know, you just have to find one save room once you're out. And then
also, I don't think Scrimps went out of his way to kill those Jacko Bones, did he? I don't think I saw him pick up the drops there. Yeah. So that is a pretty big advantage for Crazy here on damage.
Especially on the Bees fight.
Yeah, the Bees fight is going to be very rough. And we've seen Scrimps struggle with this before as well. So this is a pretty make or break moment for him where he's going to skip the save and go for the fight here. Realistically, I think the correct play is to just wing smash him down. And I think that is what Scrimps is going for.
He also has dark armor if he remembers.
That too as well, yeah. I think you just wing smash him down. It's not that slow. I think you do like 6 wing smashes if you like chain them really, really fast and he should go down. Otherwise, it might be closer to like 8. But still, pretty fast. Oh, he's giving up on the plan. No, stick to the plan. Trust.
Yeah, I mean, I understand if you want to like try to fight him normally at first and you try to get in a bunch of damage with your sword first and then like revert to wing smashing as soon as something goes wrong.
Scrimps isn't chaining wing smashes. So one of the nice things about Nimble Light is since wing smashes are free, every time you do a wing smash input, it's another instance of damage from the wing smash itself. So if you just spam them right before you run into him, you do like triple, quadruple the damage depending on how fast you can do the wing smash input. So that's why it's coming out to be so slow for him. What you're supposed to do is... What's up?
Ring of Vladik creature.
Oh, there you go. Yep. So yeah, that would have sped up the fight a decent amount as well. But I'm trying to think here. Going to creature, because Nimble Light is a preset that does have reverse library cards. So maybe that ends up biting him later. At least I remember them having reverse library cards. Am I misremembering my own tournament?
I don't think it does.
Okay, then never mind. Then going to creature is the correct play if there's no reverse library cards. And I think you're right. There is no reverse library cards. I'm thinking of Cornubus. The other all bosses preset.
This is interesting because
there's the Maulblung. Okay, there we go. So he loses out on using the Maulblung versus Beelzebub, but he can still use it versus the rest of the bosses in the second castle, which is huge. That is a big deal. It can help stem the bleeding a little bit.
Have we seen a library card?
I haven't seen one from either player, no. I've been trying to keep an eye on the drops here, but again, Scrimps isn't like wing smashing across the floor there. I probably would have just to get some extra drops and kills, but
because like when they get when Crazy gets all the way through what he's doing right now, he's gonna have to like go back to the center warp, I believe. Which I guess is okay. I guess it works out to be kind of the same movement either way. So I guess you're kind of hoping for the library card, but it's not so bad if you don't get it.
Yeah. Agreed. And let's see what's behind Doppelganger here. We find Spirit Orb. Fantastic. And Scrimps is going up to Galamoth first, so he's going to do the full loop, I think. I think he's going to go all the way up to Galamoth and then backtrack to get to Creature and then go to the first castle, or yeah, go to the first castle that way. You know what? I don't hate it. It's not the worst route I've ever seen. Granted, I don't think Medusa Shield is the play here. If you're going to use a shield spell versus death, it should be Fire Shield. Especially second phase. Because that's what happens. The projectiles from the Medusa Shield is about as dumb as Spirit Orb, and I think they use the same exact like logic or like a coding. The Spirit Orb tracking is the same as the Medusa Shield tracking, but you know, the same way you wouldn't want to use Tetra Spirit versus Death Phase 1, you don't want to use Medusa Shield either. But he gets through.
Yeah, it kind of behaved pretty nicely for him there, so he did get a lot of extra damage, but Fire Shield would have just destroyed him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know.
And you want to minimize the number of shield spells you do, because it does freeze you in place for a decent amount of time, so you can end up losing time there as well. But, yeah, Crazy is going to be right behind here. What's Scrimps doing? He's grabbing the warp now? I don't think you do that. If you're going to, I guess... yeah, no, there's no reason to grab this warp now because
you're going to be using it to leave later unless you get the library card.
Yeah.
But if you get the library card, you wouldn't be. Wait, what is this? What are we doing?
Is he doing like a second castle route where he does everything but Galamoth? And he saves Galamoth for last? I mean, it's not the worst idea ever, especially with Maulblung in your inventory. You might think to yourself, I can just kill him way faster later if I do find an Alucard shield, and there's so many options available to find one later. So it will be a more efficient kill, and Galamoth is definitely the one boss in this game that I think you really want to... routing him in with better damage sometimes is faster, because just how much health he has. We'll see what Crazy's doing here. He's also... Okay, he was going towards the warp, but then he realized I don't need that warp. So he's ooh, Ring of Henor. Nice.
I guess yeah, with the way he's ordering it, I guess this does make sense because like it would have been more awkward to have to come back for these.
Okay, we're finding a dragon helm on the way. That's nice. Unless they spawned with one. I don't think they started with one, but Heart of Vlad found for Scrimps here. Not bad. So this is really interesting. Because my gut was disagreeing with Scrimps' decision here at first, but now that I'm looking at it, I think it might end up being pretty strong, assuming that there's nothing super important behind Galamoth, which, like, the odds of that are pretty low, but you never know. Ooh, getting poisoned right off the bat there kind of sucks. It's going to slow down this doppelganger fight. And a library card drop from the... Was that the cat?
I have drops.
I think you have to kill the cat to get the... No. Okay, you don't have to kill the cat to get the drop. Okay, it just drops immediately from killing them. Okay. And Crazy's like one of the few people that actually kills those witches there. I always skip them. Yeah. So that's pretty brutal.
Yeah, that's going to make his route more efficient for sure.
Also, Dop 40 is getting a lot of hits in considering you got Medusa Shield. This is not looking very great. Goes to show how bad it is to get poisoned as far as like lowering your damage. Honestly, I think the play is you switch to a fire shield and then just nuke him when he's stoned.
Yeah,
that might actually be the play. Oh, Crazy is in a rough spot here. If he drops any one of these attacks, he's basically forced a library card out. But he might be... We did curse him earlier when he said... Well, he cursed himself by saying he hadn't died to Galamoth, and we said he hadn't died to Galamoth.
Yeah. Go for this strategy, or did he just like not get up there?
I don't know, to be honest. And
because it looks like he just walked up and did it to me.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense because this is definitely less damage than getting up on the ledge. But on the bright side, Asafune does not require any MP to do the special attack. If I remember correctly, Masamune does. So he theoretically could just do this infinitely. The problem is,
either of them cost mana.
I think Masamune does.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Just Alucard sword that has the mana cost.
Maybe you're right. But I could have sworn Masamune does cost like 5 MP or something like that. Because I know there's a reason why you can't do this strat with Masamune. But maybe it's because I'm worried about like walking into him or something. I remember I crossed that off my list of possible ways to deal with Galamoth.
Really?
But maybe it's also because it's just better to get up on the ledge and do the infinite anyways. But either way, that fight was probably slower than it needed to be, but he makes it through, which is fine. And that is time that Scrimps could save later if he decides to come back with a Alucard shield. So I think there was a prelim match for Nimble Light where I remember from Ren's perspective, he did something similar to what Scrimps is doing where he saved Galamoth for later. And the amount of time it took to go back to kill Galamoth later ended up losing him first place, if I remember correctly. But it's been a while. I just remember that route ended up not being so great. But Iron Shield,
that prelim may have had something that we needed at Galamoth, I think is what happened.
Maybe. That could be it.
But it's hard to remember.
Yeah. I did see Iron Shield for Crazy, which is, I mean, pretty dang nice. And library cards in the shop. Ooh. I mean, granted, he can only buy one. They cost 5,000. Oh, and Varda's in the shop. He buys the Varda instead of buying the library card? Oh, he has another library card.
Well, he has one extra, so he's just hoping he finds money before the next time he has to use it.
Actually, that's fair. That's very fair.
Which with guaranteed drops and stuff, you're probably going to get the money by the time you need to come back.
Exactly. However, Crazy didn't do all of the second castle bosses. He is missing Medusa and Darkwing Bat. So that could come up as well. And also the Alucard shield could come up. Scrimps literally finds it on these little pillars out here. That could come up. That is, at that point, you don't need any other damage source. You're chilling.
I wonder if the finding it here makes him immediately go back to Galamoth before he leaves.
I wonder, actually. If he had a library card, I think
or
he would do that.
Or if he kills the witches on the way to get the library card. That would be something if he goes that way and still gets the library card.
Yeah, because obviously Crazy's damage is massive. Like, he has Varda plus Iron Shield, but the problem is every time he wants to do damage, he has to do the shield spell, which freezes him in place for like 5 seconds. So over the course of this run, Scrimps should be saving time on every like combat scenario, every boss. The question is, will it be enough time saved to overwrite that library card? There's still a chance for Scrimps to find a library card here as well. Oh, but I think he's going... Okay, he's not going double shield mode. For a second, I thought he went double shield. It looked like he was...
Oh, yeah, it looked like he did the menuing for it at first, but maybe he decided against it.
Because I think if you go double shield, you don't check these pillars. Like, it's very awkward to do so. So there's a chance that these have a library card, though. So we'll see. Unfortunately not.
The other thing about the time save of the Iron Shield is that it is a knowledge check on a bunch of the bosses to know how to actually fight them with the Iron Shield.
Yes.
So,
I mean, generally speaking, just knowing how to keep the blades on screen for longer. Scrimps just left without checking the relic at Darkwing Bat.
I mean,
he just dipped. Like the animation wasn't done.
There.
We'll never know. What that? I mean, I've done it before for sure. You're just in the You're just in the mindset of going fast. But like, that's we'll find out eventually if that ended up mattering.
Right, Crazy didn't do it, so we actually don't know if anything was there.
Yep.
I feel like the flash was happening, so maybe it had already spawned. But
I was staring at the middle of his screen, thinking like, surely he doesn't like. he was touching the red door as it was spawning in, and then he walked through before anything visible showed up. Like, it was still mid-flash. So I was like, oh, he'll just turn around and check it real quick, and then he just kept going. Oh, but
that'll
both
be an
rings.
awkward thing if there's something there.
I mean, so minimum complexity is 6. So the big punish here is a progression relic or a Vlad relic. As of right now, they did find Gold Ring in second castle, so that could be the progression relic for second castle if it does come up at all. The odds are relatively low. They've already found, there's 3 Vlad relics already accounted for, so that's pretty decent.
Wait, did they find Gold Ring in second, or did you mean Silver Ring?
Silver Ring, sorry.
Gold Ring.
Sorry, Silver Ring was in second castle. So one of the rings was in second castle. Scrimps just finds Gold Ring right now, so he'll have, and Crazy's about to find it as well here in a second. So depending on what's at Holy Glasses, that could change some things, but we'll see. Apparently Echo was also in second castle. Neither of them picked it up, so I'm not 100% sure on that, but... also, Scrimps opting to go to the library first here, which is interesting, like outer wall library stuff, so he could potentially get his library card situation under control.
Did we watch him grab the warp? I'm just worried about all sorts of things.
You know, who's to say?
Because I don't remember seeing it. But,
I will say,
but I also might have been looking at Crazy.
In an all bosses situation, not having that warp isn't as bad, because oftentimes you end up needing to do Aurox's quarters into Hippogriff, into that sort of thing anyways. So it's not the end of the world if he didn't grab that warp.
But he got it. The chat's saying he got it. I trust the chat.
Okay. Yeah, chat's been on point for keeping track of stuff that we end up missing. And it just goes to show that there's a lot going on in these randos. And with the openness of, like, the second castle start, like, making decisions, like, it's very rare that you see players basically copying each other's routes. It happens very, very rarely. And a diamond drop that, I mean, it's nice. You know, there's some decent stuff in the shop. You'll get.
He knows he's fine for library cards for the seed.
Yeah, library cards are taken care of. Vardas are taken care of. And yeah, Scrimps definitely had the warp. It just showed up there. And he's skipping library, which I think is a pretty decent play considering he has a library card. So his thought process is, I'll just, like, do all this stuff. Probably wants to go to Holy Glasses as soon as possible, whilst also checking other checks and killing bosses and whatnot. So I actually like Scrimps' route quite a bit here, delaying the library check. Granted, Crazy has Mist in his inventory. My guess is he probably found it in the library somewhere. So it's not the end of the world that Scrimps is delaying the library check, but if he's delaying it to find Mist first, he's not going to find it most likely.
Okay, I missed it as well. Where did he get Jewel? Where did that come from?
I think Jewel was in the library as well.
Okay.
Yeah, both Mist and Jewel were in the library, which isn't that bad for Scrimps.
Library it's not gonna, like, the thing that will suck is that he could
Christgrim job.
Potentially try, like, going to Aurox's quarters without that, but I don't think he would do such a thing. I think he would get the warp and library card if anything.
I think so, yeah. I think he's gonna prioritize trying to, especially after seeing another Vlad here. Maybe that. Well, I don't know, actually. It's an interesting call. But yeah, Crazy's damage situation is completely solved. I mean, double Christogrim, Varda, Ring of Fëanor, he's chilling. He can even get another Varda if he wants to. In fact, I think that is better DPS than Alucard Shield. Potentially. Depending on how fast you can mash, at least. But so yeah, both of them are kind of progressing towards this Holy Glasses location here. So we're going to find out what's here. There's a couple of things that it could be that's not ideal, but actually they already have a lot of the bait stuff. Like, they have Spike Breaker. Apparently Echo was found already. Scrimps going for the Christogrim. It's a little greedy. Also, another Vlad relic at Spirit Orb is pretty funny. Imagine they missed this one again.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
4 Vlads very quickly in this seed.
Oh, Crazy's doing the optimal play. You go up to check gravity boots while the floor is opening. Shout outs to the glitchless speedrun. That is the correct order.
Why is it faster, by the way? Like,
because you don't have to wait for the floor to open. It saves like a second.
So you can walk off fast enough to where you actually hit the invisible floor there when you're checking.
100%.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Scrimps didn't check it though. He's skipping holy glasses.
Oh really?
I mean, he went to gravity boots and then he left.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Interesting's a word for sure. I mean, crazy is in pseudo go mode. He just has to kill all the bosses now and find holy glasses. But I don't know. Maybe his idea is he's gonna go do all rocks and then backtrack, and he's gonna hope to get Jewel of Open before then. That or he just forgot. It's possible that he just forgot.
Yeah.
And the question is, do you just like skip it, being like, oh, I forgot the check, but I'm just gonna hope that it doesn't bite me? But it's like, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. He's also skipping the warp. He doesn't know what to do. He's skipping the warp. Oh God. Scrimps' route was, in my mind, looking really strong, and then it's crumbling before my very eyes.
Yeah, and then we did some weird things. I don't really get what's going on here.
On the bright side, all Vlad relics accounted for means that Scrimps can't be locked out from whatever was at a Darkwing Bat. So maybe he's just a genius. He knew it was nothing.
Unless he's just got the 100% frame perfect timing of when there's supposed to be something showing up there.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
And he was like, oh, nothing. And immediately left the room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he also skipped Minotaur and Werewolf. Uh-oh.
Strange stuff.
Yeah.
Especially with also skipping the warp. Like, what are you planning to do to get back?
Exactly, yeah. I think this is maybe just a bit of, like, that last seed really did a number on his brain, and now he's, like, forgetting key stuff, like checking relic spawning and warps and bosses.
I mean, once you library card, you guess you can run to center castle from the right side of the castle. But you're going to have Jewel by that point. He doesn't know that, but he's going to have Jewel by that point, so he's going to want to go down.
So his plan was to do the boss fight, do the relic check, and then backtrack? I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, especially because he kind of has to, but it's not ideal. That is for sure. So hopefully, maybe he's thinking to himself he won't need the warp later because he already has the ability to check holy glasses. Okay.
Yeah, but
no, he's going back.
Yeah, it would still confuse me because like you would just be library carding at sword card if this was your whole decision to like do all these checks and then library card like from holy glasses, for example. Like he would just library card it, sword card.
He's also just not library carding; he's saving it.
Oh.
Maybe he forgot he picked one up. This might be one of those things where he's just playing a little bit off and his brain is just like not computing. It's possible. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, did Crazy skip Silver Ring? Oh, he's killing the boss and then going back for Silver Ring and then library carding? Okay. Hold on. That's probably fine. Might even be faster.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably faster. I think it cuts out no, because you're backtracking through here, which I think is more backtracking than just going through the spike breaker hallway and then back. So I think this is less efficient. You're better if you're going to library card, you might as well just library card at Hippogriff.
Yeah. That seems correct to me.
Uh-oh, it's the skill of Wolf. He's going to think it's a Vlad relic. He's not going for it. Wait.
Doesn't even pick it up.
Wow. But yeah, having the info that you already have all 5 Vlads and all you're missing is holy glasses does give you a pretty sizable advantage, I want to say, through a lot of this stuff. Granted, still missing holy glasses, there is a chance that you overlook something because of it.
So let me get this straight. So Scrimps left both holy glasses and Minotaur and Werewolf and warped to the outer wall and then check library. That's what happened?
That is what happened.
Okay. So, like, maybe the thought process is, like, he wants to not have to go around in the Colosseum to get to Minotaur and Werewolf. He wanted to find Mist first. I can understand that one.
Yeah, I think it's just, it was an overlook moment. Like, he just forgot that this is an all bosses preset for a second. Because, like, muscle memory is very strong, where if you just see nothing at Minotaur Werewolf, you turn around. I've done it before. It could be that he's just trying to think about, like, where he's supposed to go next and doesn't realize that, like, the bosses are required the way that they are, so. It's a tough call. It's possible. I mean, he's been doing a lot of stuff in between, so he's been able to think about where to go next. And he is back here. So, in a way, he hasn't lost that much time. So he has a chance to do those checks that he skipped now. And he has missed, which does make the Minotaur Werewolf thing a little bit faster. And he's skipping Minotaur and Werewolf again. Alrighty, well. And he didn't check the shop either? Oh. No. Scrimps he's falling apart.
Yeah.
The pressure, I think, just got to him. That's a lot of uncharacteristic, like... Because it's understandable if it's like one thing. You skip one check or you forget one thing, but this is a lot. This is like 6 things that like you just never want to skip.
I think maybe it might be like he wanted to do some aggressive skips, and then partway through these aggressive skips, he's realized that like, wow, I skipped like a check that I found the ring in second castle, which could just be like my final Vlad, right?
Yeah. And by doing so, he also is probably forgetting that he hasn't done Minotaur and Werewolf yet. He's probably just thinking like, oh, I went to the Colosseum, so I don't have to worry about that. Like, I don't have to go back there. And that is tough to have to route in later. Meanwhile, Crazy hasn't skipped a beat. Like, he's just chucking along.
It is a pretty big mental blow to do an aggressive skip, to like be going for aggressive skips because you think you need to, and then while you're then moving through the castle, you're thinking about it and going, oh, that was really bad. Like that was a really bad decision to go for that particular aggressive skip.
And in doing so, you can get sent down this like thought loop where it's like, oh no, now I'm behind. Now I have to make up time somewhere. And not only that, he has the pressure of being down 0-1, which means like he has to win this race if he wants to stay in this. He doesn't have the luxury to not win here if he wants to stay in the tournament. So that could also be part of it.
Silver lining is that of the bosses that you would have to come back to, Minotaur and Werewolf ain't bad.
It's right next to a warp, yeah. As long as he can take the time to look at his tracker and realize that that's what he's missing, it's not the end of the world. But at this point, like, the seed is kind of just giving everything to Crazy. I feel like at this point, like, he has...
Yeah, as long as no shenanigans happen where he, like, just doesn't find Holy Glasses forever, then, like, he's just way in the lead.
So I think because he just found Echo at Scylla here, that basically just tells him that it's at Spikebreaker.
Yeah, it can't really be anything else, and well, maybe it's like, you know, Merman statue into it being a holy symbol.
But I think Merman statue has to be at Spikebreaker is the thing.
I think it's you're kind of just getting shoved down the path. So
yep, because I think first castle complexity was Mist and Jewel on the same layer, so Jewel into Echo into. Oh, it might be Mermaid statue into Glasses into, right? Jewel, Echo, Mermaid statue, Glasses. Second castle, you find the rings, and then you come back for Final Vlad. Yeah, so it's going to be Merman here. But regardless, you just beeline it here. Like, once you see Echo, you're like, okay. This was locked by Jewel open. Even without like doing any sort of complexity count, it kind of just is like the signal to be like, hey, go here. Jewel of Open was locked behind Mist, which was flight lock. That is not correct. Oh. Also, well, being flight lock doesn't mean anything in this preset. You start with flight, so.
Yeah, so like, so we're saying like Mist into Jewel was
okay,
like
that was the progression. Okay, my bad. I thought they were both on the same layer.
Which It looks like it's so Merman's just somewhere in space.
Yeah, it's just random. So I mean that is 3 bosses plus a shaft orb left for Crazy. This is a very fast nimble light seed, I will say.
Yeah, I mean,
and not only that,
5 Vlads very quickly.
Scrimps having to still have to go back for Galamoth too. That's also tough.
Yeah.
Not even mentioning the Hippogriff that he's behind and the Minotaur werewolf. This is Crazy just routed this incredibly well, I will say.
His route, if he makes it back to second castle, is gonna be a little weird too, because he also left Medusa.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna have to do Darkwing Bat, Medusa, probably turn around for a warp at that point. Or just keep going. Actually, it's probably faster to just keep going and just do the any % route from there. Which is not bad.
Oh well, I'm in for Scrimps.
Oh, for Scrimps? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Scrimps left Medusa as well, but while doing Darkwing Bat. So like, if he makes it back to second castle, he'd have to go to Medusa and then get to Galamoth.
Yeah. You know, I really was liking the Scrimps' route until he skipped Holy Glasses and Minotaur. But even with that, I think he still would be behind here. Like, assuming he...
Probably.
I mean, he had to backtrack a little bit that he wouldn't have needed to do, but even then, I don't know.
There was a pretty big discrepancy.
Oh, he didn't library card either. That was the thing. I think he needed to use his library card at the All Rocks Warp.
Yeah, not using the library card's big, and there was a discrepancy in the second castle with the usages of like the mob lung.
Yeah,
he didn't get to do it for bees, so he lost a bunch of time there, and he was a little just bit inaccurate with which one he used on death, so that fight took longer than it needed to.
Yep.
But
yeah, even with Crazy's like slower Galamoth fight, like obviously it's faster when you have Alucard shield and Maulblung, but like at this point that doesn't really matter. So yeah, Crazy's route very, very strong. Played it well. I mean, execution wise, I mean, he hasn't really been slowed down by anything, I want to say. Like it's been very solid all the way through. Oh, just kidding. He couldn't get on the teleporter for 5 seconds. Everybody point and laugh. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, this is just like a straight line from here for Crazy. He's got nothing stopping him.
Just do a little bit of any %.
Pretty much.
With Darkwing Bat included.
Yeah, a little detour to see your bat friend. And the best part is we'll never know what relic was here. It was probably like Merman statue or something. Which in a way
will stick around for us to...
No, he's just gonna go. If it was Merman statue,
maybe he'll just look at it. No.
It's really funny because if that was Merman statue, in a way, Scrimps skipping it ended up saving him time.
Yeah, it would be so funny if it was Merman statue.
Oh man. Yeah, either way, yeah, Crazy's just do the regular any % route from here. Kill Medusa, go up the... It's even faster because you got gravity boots and stuff too, so... I can't even... Like, there would have to be some sort of technical malfunction or his computer explodes. Oh, he's going to turn around for the warp? That's acceptable as well. Honestly, I don't know which one is faster. I would assume just staying the course and, like, going through... Coliseum and stuff is faster, but that could just be me being any % brained. I don't know.
Yeah,
because this is pretty fast too.
With Trio being dead, I think it even makes it a little bit faster because you get to take the straight line.
Yep, that too. The straight line is pretty nice to get through there with Mist as well. But this is pretty fast, especially with the fast warp animations. That helps a lot too. Yeah, because it's just one warp and he's right here.
Man, the guaranteed drops has just... Every tournament seed is just... People are jacked on combat. Every seed.
Yeah. I think it helps a lot too with second castle starts. Just because it like helps you have a thing you can do if you're like stuck next to a boss and you're like, well, I want to kill the boss now. That sort of thing. It's like, well, I can just kill some enemies, get some levels, and also maybe find some weapons along the way.
Dude, Werewolf's doing it again. He's punching the Alucard shield.
Strongest punches in the game, dude. What can you do?
Everybody has Alucard shield active, walks up to Werewolf and gets fucking rocked.
I feel like at this point, just do Werewolf first.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. He seems to be the problematic one. Minotaur, you can definitely just walk into him. He's not going to do anything, really. Yeah, this is going to be very fast seed, obviously, but yeah, because Scrimps is still needs to do Hippogriff, and then at that point has to do Medusa, and then at that point has to do Grand Flame. Like, that's tough. That's very tough. I think really the thing that ended up killing him was like the weird middle ground thing, because he had to go back for Minotaur just now. Like,
Yeah.
That weird, like, all rocks quarter situation just ended up losing him a lot of time, because he went all the way to sword card and then backtracked and then got the warp and then warped to outer wall, never used his I don't think he ever used a library card. Am I crazy? Maybe he used it after Spikebreaker or something, but
I feel like he would have had to use it from Catacombs if he used it anyway.
Right. Which is, like, unfortunate that he never went into the shop and looked at more library cards in the shop. So it feels like
it was definitely still recoverable with, like, movement from that point, but that whole thing in the middle of the castle just
yeah, exactly.
Something happened with Scrimps' thought process that just took him down a road that was not helpful for his chances. That's GG.
That is GG's. Alrighty. Yeah. We'll head up there and debrief them.
How is it that I've been so defeated?
Yo.
My fights at the beginning were probably a big part of where it was, because I had really bad fights.
Oh, no, I think it was a library card.
I got a library card too, but did you have a library card in second
Did you get it
castle?
from the Salome?
Oh, no. Yeah, I was going to do Galamoth later. That would have been really nice. Okay.
That library card helped for sure. Honestly, from our perspective, it looks like the route differential mostly came down to how you handled the Alrox's quarter section, going all the way to sword card and then backtracking to the warp was a little rough, as well as leaving behind Minotaur for later. That was a little rough.
Yeah, both of those are like, I just forgot about it being all bosses when I was at Coliseum specifically, and I remembered that late, which is why I did the weird shit with Hippogriff to try to fix it.
Yep.
And the reason I stopped and was like, fuck, what do I do here, is because I had planned on doing Holy Glasses, and then I just forgot about it because 3 brain cells and 2 of them are watching TikTok right now or something.
Yeah, I think that once you made it to the center clock room, deciding to go Gravity Boots and then forgetting to do Holy Glasses, that was kind of like the beginning of where the route fell apart for you, as well as not aggressively using the library card, which is unfortunate. Instead of using that library card to go back to the go to the library initially, like going to Alrox's Warp, then library carding there, that probably would have ended up being a little bit better for you, especially because there were library cards in the shop as well, which you obviously didn't know about.
It all like, it was another one where it snowballed though too, right? Because like if I had gotten like Holy Glasses initially, I probably just warp out instead of doing all rocks to try to like save the silver ring for later. But because I was like, oh, I have to go back and get, and then I was like, I went there because of that, and then I was like, oh, I have to go back and get the warp, or else I can't get to Holy Glasses easy, which I know I have to go to. It was just literally all was because in the future, I'm just going to try to remind myself, if I have the ability to check Gravity Boots and Holy Glasses, do the any percent thing. That way you can't forget.
Yeah, exactly. And like with those changes, I think it would have been way more competitive for sure. I think there is still a world where Crazy still takes it because his route was very, very strong. Finding that library card helped a lot. The only thing that I think differentiates the routes as far as like big time differences is like you technically would have had a faster Galamoth fight with Alucard Shield, but even then. Not like,
he had Alucard Shield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because I had to leave the second castle, right? So I went up, I got the warp to go to Galamoth later, because I was like, well, I'll probably just have better damage later. I'll just do this at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went down over to like reverse left side. Not that that's a term now, I guess. And I like exited through like reverse clock tower. So
and it was on one of the pillars
shield.
One of the pillars outside the reverse clock tower had the Alucard shield, which could have made a big difference. But you ended up finding like all the damage you needed after that point. So.
Yeah, there was a Chrysogrim anyway. Like, there's not a meaningful difference between those two things. I almost thought about putting on the Chrysogrim instead, so I wouldn't have to worry about casting the shield spell again or anything. But
yeah.
So I went to outer wall. I just didn't break the pots.
Reverse outer wall.
No, this was it was in the pillars in reverse clock tower. Like right when you went into clock tower above the Valhalla Knights.
Yeah, so
I know what you're talking about now.
So there would be no reason for you to go there. The only reason to go there is if you're trying to route in going to the first castle the way that Scrimps did, which Yeah, like I said, I think there is a world where the routes end up being pretty competitive, but there's just a couple of like those small mishaps there ended up snowballing, like you said. But regardless, 2 very fun races to watch. I had a lot of fun. I think Durjack as well. We both had a lot of fun commentating them.
For sure. As
always, thank you for participating. I appreciate you guys hanging out and being a part of the tournament. And we still got more matches coming up later, so that's fun. Thank you, Scrimps, for being a part of this. I appreciate you.
Yeah, dude, thanks for hosting. Your tournaments are always like really well run. So I was excited to play on this. I wish I had played a little bit better, but like I had a bunch of stuff come up when I had planned on like grinding and practicing, and then I just kind of never got back to it. So honestly, like GG's are crazy, like 100% should have beat me today. That's how I felt going into it. Like I don't think I'm quite up to snuff to beat you right now, but hope you have a good luck in your next match, man. Because now that you beat me, you have to go all the way, so I can say I lost to the winner of the tournament.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go against Ren again.
Oh, dude, that guy's a schmuck, man. He's a schmuck, absolute.
I think somebody needs to check his controller. I think he's cheating. He's check his medicine cabinet. He's definitely doing some performance enhancements.
Well,
sheesh.
We'll see if you get there. We still got a couple more matches left in the losers bracket before you would have the chance to get there, but we'll see. We'll see. Lots of matches left. It's going to be fun. Thanks again for hanging out tonight, guys. GG's again, and take it easy. We'll see you soon.
Peace, man.
Alrighty, chat. That was a lot of fun. Crazy Four Blades taking it 2-0. I'll make sure to pay out the gamblers here who are here. Thank you for all the subs today, guys. Thank you for all the support. I very much appreciate it. You guys are the best. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun as well. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out a lot, as always. Check out the live stream, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. I would appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one, YouTube. Have a good one. Bye-bye.